Okay, everybody, you have to get this CD, The Lonely Road by David Becker. You can go to davidbeckertribune.com.
Yeah, you can go there, or you can get it on iTunes.
iTunes.
You can get it on Amazon. You
Right.
can get it.
That's probably easier.
It's easier to do that. The record company's actually in Germany, but you can go to here in
Really?
the United States. There are physical copies at a website called abstractlogics.com, which is a big website that carries a lot of jazz kind of stuff and instrumental stuff like John McLaughlin and people like that, and Steve Vai. So you can find it there, but iTunes has it, and it was actually in the iTunes charts last year. It was number 30 of the top 100 instrumentals of all things, which was interesting to me. So, but yeah, I'm very proud of that record because I've done 15 records, but this is a solo album, and I kind of wanted to do something to demonstrate the solo gigs that I've been doing. And it's a short album, but I got a really nice review from Amazon UK saying that they kind of got it. They said it's a 32-minute record, but it's great.
All right, 10 songs, so it does qualify as an LP, right?
Yeah, and I kind of specifically did that because we did an album a couple of years ago called Batavia, the David Becker Tribune. You can get that as well here.
Right.
And that one is 63 minutes, and it had a specific reason for being so long. I mean, the title track's 8.5 minutes. So I didn't specifically have to make edits for this. I just knew when it was the right time to say, okay, this is how long this tune should be. And this is an album you can listen to over and over again. That's what a lot of people have said. So from that standpoint,
And like I said, I've been playing it ever since I went to the NAMM show a few weeks ago. And I've just been promoting it. You're a really nice guy, fantastic artist. Tell me about the Grammy nominations.
Well, the first one came back in the 80s for a track off of Siberian Express, and then we've had subsequent, submissions. Last year, this was actually submitted, as was A Message to Attila. And then the second one actually came from a record that was not mine, but I was on somebody else's record that was nominated, so that includes that as well. But the thing about the accolades, like those kinds of things, they're nice, and all the chart positioning and stuff that we've had. But I kind of look at everything like, for me the most important thing is I want to play good. I want to play good music, and when I get in front of an audience, whether it's here in the studio or on a stage somewhere, my job is to play music to the best of my ability and not think about, the accolades. Because it kind of makes me want to play better when I read stuff about myself, but the truth is that I'm always trying to give the best I can. Even at NAMM. NAMM is a really hard gig to play.
Right.
It's become even more
so
difficult.
much stuff going on.
But you have to just focus on, really, the truth is, Gary, when I play, I think about, me as a fan of music, and I'm trying to satisfy that guy more than anything. And if I can satisfy him, the fan that lives inside me, then hopefully it'll connect with other people that like music. I don't want to try to impress somebody from the guitar standpoint. I'm not trying to do that. It's more about just trying to satisfy the music fan. And I think that's been pretty, true over the last 30 years for my experiences of being a touring musician, that kind of works. And, our audience is not made up of just jazz heads. We've got...
Right. You just don't play jazz, everybody. He's very talented. He plays all kinds of different kinds of music.
Well, it's, the music that I make is, I'm considered a jazz, post-bop, fusion, whatever you want to call it. But, I just let the music that comes to me that I like seep into what I write. And, I'm lucky. I'm the youngest of 3 brothers, and my middle brother plays drums with me. And we were listening to, my oldest brother is 6 years older, so when I was 8, he had Jimi Hendrix and Led Zeppelin.
Wow.
All the stuff, Jethro Tull and James Gang, sitting on his turntable. And we listened to the Beatles and the Monkees and whatever we could get our hands on, and a lot of stuff on the radio. We'd buy 45s. And then I got into jazz. I never thought about music in categories, and I still don't. So, if you come to a David Becker or a David Becker Tribune concert, you're going to hear a lot of different stuff that I think a majority of music fans will like, because that's been my experience. You don't have to... I remember a guy in Germany came to me once after a concert. He goes, I hate jazz, but I love what you guys did. And that was the best compliment I could have ever gotten.
Right.
I was like, wow, that's
And before Jimi Hendrix died, he did an interview, and they asked him, what do you think you'll be doing in the future? He didn't have much of a future, but he said, I want to get into jazz fusion, abstract kind of jazz.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was going to work with Miles Davis.
Right.
And they had stuff planned.
Wow.
So, but even in his short career of the recordings that he did, he encompassed a lot of stuff. That was, the stuff that came out during that time period, the Jimi Hendrix, the Zeppelin stuff and all that, they did so much, in terms of getting, you know, different styles of music together under one hat of this artist or artists, that was amazing. If you think about it, you know, now everything's kind of like what I want to say, categorized. They're
Right.
just in this
Compartment.
what's the word?
Compartment.
Compartmentalized. Exactly.
Right.
So I can't.
I couldn't
brain
pronounce
freeze.
it either.
In any case, but you know, I think my experience playing in all these different countries, and even still in this country, and when you get in front of an audience live and you play music that you like, that resonates with you, it'll resonate with the audience. And I think that's kind of what people want to hear is, you know, what do you like, and not, you know, what's supposed to be this format that we created, or the record company or the whoever created. It's a disservice to music, I think.
Right.
So
You are a true musician. The music does matter. And so you want to play Ellis Joy first, or you want to?
Actually, you know, I think I'll play the title track from.
All right. So you
yeah.
very good. Everybody, you have to get this. This is the title track, "The Lonely Road," David Becker. Get it on iTunes, Amazon, all that. You're rocking with the G-Rock. Of course, this is G-Rock's demo radio show, KTST FM, Anaheim's own net radio.